what's up, principals? How you doing? Listen, I know what's going on with you because I'm one of you. I'm one of you, and I'm telling you, you might need a pep talk. My name is Dr. Jason McGee, and I'm telling you, this week is coming up. If you are in the Midwest or the Northeast, listen, we might have just had this snowstorm. You're impacted by snow. Guess what? It's January. You're going to have some snow issues. So let's not belabor the conversation about snow, but I do want to tell you that you probably need a pep talk. I know. I know. It's the second weekend. We're the second week in to the semester, and you might need a pep talk. So today I want to talk about leverage. Leverage, right? Leverage. And I'm saying this in a sense that sometimes, as principal, you have to go to a conference. You have to go on vacation. You have to go on a leave where you're out of the building, and your assistant principal has to step up, and your dean of students may have to step up. Are they comfortable when you're gone? Do they have the ability to take on the leadership roles when you're gone? Or if you don't have all that and you have teacher leaders, are they equipped? Do you trust them enough? Do they trust you? In your absence, who takes over the ship? So, this conversation for the pep talk is not necessarily for the principal, but it is. It's not necessarily for the assistant principal, but it is. I want to talk to those deans of students. I want to talk to those teacher leaders who are considering leadership positions. I want to talk to you, but I also want to talk to the head principal. And this is what I want to say to you. Leverage. Leverage their skill set. Leverage their trust. Leverage the people around you to be able to keep things going while you're absent. Leader, head leader. They have to be able to run the ship, run the school, run the system, run the processes, run the meetings, and make sure things are okay. Now, we have a particular situation in our school where I'm leaving for a trip where I'm taking some students to Puerto Rico. My assistant principal is going out for surgery for 6 to 8 weeks. And the only person I got left standing is my dean of culture. I call her my dean of culture. And she's the one that's going to be left behind to run the ship. Now, whenever we leave like this, she gets a little nervous because it's not really her role to be in charge like that. But she can handle it. And she knows she can handle it. She just has to believe and trust that the things that are around her are going to be suffice for her leadership for the days that we're out, the days that I'm out. I'm only going to be out for about 4 days. But does she have the trust in herself? Have you put her in them in situations where they have to show off their leadership? In your absence, in your presence, it doesn't matter. Have you put that situation together so that they can demonstrate their leadership? And this is one of those times. And there's going to be times when you're out. So what positions have you put your people in that are in your care to lead? Not just to serve, but to lead. And we all know to lead is to serve. So I'm telling you to focus on this idea of leveraging the people that are around you, leveraging the people that are in your circle, leveraging the people that are in your care, so that they can be in position when the time comes, so that you can principal, so that you can lead. Oftentimes, a very strong principal has really good systems in place, and in their absence, the show still goes on. And if you can do it without a hitch, or when the hitch comes, the things are in place, that they are addressed. Resolutions are made. Resources, people are resourceful rather, in your absence. And if that's not the case, that might be where the work needs to be. Because if we're ever going to push education forward, if we're ever going to push your school forward, if you're ever going to reach those goals that you set out in your vision, in your purpose, in your mission statement, in order for those things to happen, you have to be able to leverage the strength, the skills, the superpowers of those that are in your care. So come on, leader, how are you doing that? Have you taken the assessment? Do you know what your gifts and talents are? Do you know where your strong suits are? Do you know where your blind spots are? This is a pep talk to say, hey, leverage those around you the best of your ability. And if you don't know what to do or don't know how to pull that out of them, then you got to tune into this podcast because we're going to talk about it. All right? Leverage, leverage. I love you. Let's make it a great week for this week, and make sure you're taking care of yourselves. This is Dr. McGee saying, let's make it a phenomenal and great week in schools and in leadership. Peace.